11 training camp practices in the books. Now it's time for the preseason to begin. Mike Petraglia inside Paycor Stadium, where the defending AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals play host to the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, A.J. Green, and the team that lost to the Los Angeles Rams in the NFC wildcard round last January. One caveat to all of that, Kyler Murray and A.J. Green are not expected to play in this contest tonight. So we are expected to see the second and third team players for the Cardinals go up against the 2s and the 3s of the Bengals. It should be a glorious night for football here in downtown Cincinnati on the banks of the Ohio. We are expecting temperatures right around 75 for the 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff. Some clouds could roll in. That would be even greater because for the players, because it'll help cool down things. But again, a beautiful night for the preseason opener here in Cincinnati. As for the Bengals, on the defensive side of the ball, look for 3 rookies to stand out and make an impression tonight. Of course, number 1 is Dax Hill. He is the safety drafted out of Michigan in the first round to presumably take the place and the heir apparent to Jesse Bates, who, by the way, posted a video earlier this afternoon from Fort Myers, Florida, of him working out on his own. That was on Instagram. But again, Dax Hill getting his reps in training camp practice. He is rookie number 1 to keep an eye on. Cam Taylor-Britt, projected perhaps as high as the number 3 cornerback in this defensive secondary for Lou Anarumo and the Bengals. Cam Taylor-Britt taken in the second round out of Nebraska. After a bit of a slow start to camp, he has picked up the pace and he has had a much more active training camp for the Bengals. And the third cornerback to keep an eye on is Allen George. He is a rookie undrafted free agent. He has been making several plays in training camp. Others to keep an eye on, Tyson Anderson, of course, he is the rookie safety that was drafted out of Toledo, a strong safety. And also keep an eye on Delonte Wood. He is a cornerback who is also trying to find a spot on this roster as an undrafted free agent. So keep an eye on those rookies trying to make an impression in their first NFL action. Of course, there are 2 other players in their second year who need to make an impression tonight for very different reasons. Joseph Osai, Zach Taylor said he will be managed very carefully tonight. He will get snaps against Arizona. But again, the Bengals are keeping a very close eye on him. He, of course, suffered a wrist and a knee injury in the preseason opener 1 year ago against Tampa Bay. Joseph Osai will get some reps tonight here against Arizona. The other second-year player really has a lot on the line and really needs to start making a positive impression upon Bengals coaches. Defensive tackle Tyler Shelvin. He is expected to see quite a bit of action tonight as he works his way back from injury. But again, Zach Taylor probably will manage him as well because they want to make sure he doesn't overdo it in this preseason opener. Offensive side of the ball, I think it goes without saying Joe Burrow is not playing. So Zach Taylor expects the quarterback snaps to be split equally between Brandon Allen, Joe Burrow's backup, and Jake Browning. Drew Plitt not expected to play in this game, but of course, as Zach Taylor said on Wednesday, quarterback play in a preseason is always very fluid, so that could change. Keep an eye on that. Does Chris Evans play a number of snaps in this game? Last year in the preseason, a little bit too much fancy dancing in the backfield. Does he cut once and go? I think that's one thing Bengals coaching staff, certainly fans as well, but coaching staff would like to see out of the second-year player out of Michigan. He played a very prominent role, of course, on special teams last year. I think the Bengals would like to see Chris Evans take a little bit of a step forward here in the preseason heading into the 2022 campaign. And Kwame Lassiter, the rookie undrafted player, the wide receiver out of Kansas. Kansas has a reputation for producing Bengal players. Of course, you all know about Puka Williams last year. He made an impression, wasn't able to make the regular roster, but Puka Williams made an impression on the Bengals last year, and this year it could be Kwame Lassiter getting a chance to show some explosion in the punt return game as well as a wide receiver. We'll have you covered all game long. Follow me on Twitter at Trags, Trags. And of course, follow my coverage tonight and all season long on CLNS Media, Also want to invite you to click on the link below and subscribe to the Jungle Roar podcast on YouTube. Give me all your questions, all your comments, good and bad or good and not so good. I want to hear them, and I'll do my best to reply to them. For now, inside Paycor Stadium before the preseason opener, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.